Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how I fix my Rc Huina excavator all metal when the cylinder, this arm driven servo, stopped working, and other suggestions on how to fix it in case this part breaks in your RC excavator. Now if you know any other suggestions on how to fix it or any links on where to get the parts, please write it down in the comment section down below of this video. That way we can all know more information on how to fix it. So quick story on this Rc Huina excavator. Now when I first bought it, brand new excavator, the cylinder came off after using it a couple minutes. So it just came off, and there's a pin right here which came off, and I never found the pin and I couldn't use it. So at that time I was looking for a replacement to get the whole part, but basically I guess since the excavator was new at that time, the part was not available for sale. So what happened is that I had a design, figure out how I could basically homemade fix it to get it back running, because I didn't want this RC excavator just sitting there in the shelf, brand new. So I wanted to play with it. So what I did is after thinking about different ideas, so this is what I came up with. So I'm going to remove this, and let me show you right here. This is a metal bracket, and this metal bracket comes from those window shades that you see at home. So what it is, basically this goes to the wall, and then you have this bracket that goes right here like that, and then there's a bar that goes across, and then you have your vertical blinds or shades that covers the window, and then it's those that you have that stick that you turn. And so this is from this angle, and that's where this bracket comes from. So what I did is basically I shaped it into this shape right here. Now I had a cut right here, the this part right here, this side, I cut that part. That's why right here you don't see it right here. And then this bracket, it looks a little bit different from this one, and that's because this is a new version of the bracket and this one is an older version of the bracket, but the idea is still the same. So basically what it is like I use this part where it's bended. This is what is grabbing the back of the servo right here. So it goes like that. Now after shaping it, it looks a little bit different, but again the idea is still the same. Now another option is that if you cannot find this part, then you can just simply buy a piece of sheet metal like this one. Doesn't have to be that big, and just cut it to the shape that you need, and simply just bend it and make the holes, and that should work just fine to give it support. So same thing, whichever is easier for you. So what I did then, I made some small holes, and I installed these screws. The screws that I installed is the ones that you find in the RC helicopters, the mini ones. So let me show you. So here's the RC helicopter that used to work, but not anymore. So what I did is I grabbed those tiny screws, and that's the screws that you see right there. Okay, and they work perfectly. So now on the plastic, I actually use a micro drill bit set right here. I use that to drill a tiny hole, and then I put the screw because I didn't want to crack the plastic. So just before putting it into the plastic of the servo, I use this, just a tiny made a tiny little bit of hole. That way the screw could basically go in and grab the plastic without breaking it or cracking it. So this is what I use, and then here the hole on the bracket is actually a lot bigger, more bigger than the one in the plastic. So that's what I did to secure it. And this basically the screws is just to keep it into place, just keep it down. But basically the force, if you see right here, since it's bended, the force when this wants to pull out, this is where all the force is being basically the force is getting received right here. So the screws is just to hold the bracket down, but the force is basically receiving it here on the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it so you can see. And after removing the last screw, this bracket just basically comes out. So just like this, just like that, very easy. Okay, and that's how it is. Look at that. This is how the shape looks like. And basically it's just grabbing this slot right here, is grabbing this piece right here, because this is metal. So that's the basically the trick, is grabbing it here, because this is very solid. It's part of the cylinder. And then here, maybe you can see it, there's a little rubber piece, and what I did is I put shrink tubing, and I shrinked it that way. It wouldn't be scraping metal with metal. So that's what it is. It looks like a little rubber piece, but it's just shrink tubing. And so here's the bracket. So you get it, you can see it closely. And I'm going to turn it on, the excavator, so you can see what was the problem, in case you haven't seen my first video. So turning the RC, okay, and the control. And now I'm going to use it. Okay, the arm. Nope, I just forgot which way it is. Okay, there we go, right there. There you go. See, this is the problem that I had in the beginning. So since the pin is not there, and this piece right here where the pin goes is broken, this is the thing that happens. The whole thing basically pulls out. Now also using a file, I extended the hole. So right there you can see this one is longer, and just using a simple file, I made it longer because originally this is how big long it is. So that's how you make it bigger. So now I'm going to put the bracket back. That way you can see how good this bracket really works. All right, so the cylinder goes back in, okay, all the way, and then the bracket on the top. Okay, and then I just push it down right there. It kind of clips right there. And now the screws. All right, and finally the last screw right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, and now I'm going to turn it back on. And check this out. Okay, I'm going to right there move the arm. And look at that. Okay, and it works really good. So right there you can see that it's basically holding the top piece right here. And I already tested it out, and it works really good. So no problem at all. And that's basically what I did to fix it. So not bad. Now let me show you. I'm gonna turn the RC off. Okay, and that way you can hear me much better. And now I'm gonna show you the other options. So right here, if you want to buy the parts, then here where it is right here. So if you want to buy the parts, now they are available. I have it here in this bag because when it came, it came with a little bit of grease, and I noticed that it was basically leaving grease all over the place. So I put it in this little bag, sandwich bag, so that way the grease gets contained. So you can buy the original part and install it, and for that you have to remove the screws. Let me show you on the other side right here. Here's where you have to remove the screws. So right here, and it's a little bit heavy. Okay, so right here, there's some screws right here, and now there's a cover. There's this little cover pieces that you have to take out in order for you to get to the screw. So you have to basically split the arm apart. And here I try to remove one of them, but it got stuck. So be careful, because some of them they do get stuck. So just be careful. So that's the thing. If you want to remove the whole arm and replace it with the original servo, then you have to basically take it apart and split the arm. That's the thing that on these models is kind of hard, because you have to take it apart. So I kind of didn't want to do that. But I noticed that since this thing really works, I think this is a better, faster, easy way to fix it without taking it apart. So that's my opinion. So that's that thing, this thing. So in case you want to replace it with the new one. Now the when you buy it, sometimes it's going to be just this part that they're going to sell you, and sometimes it's going to come with the barrel. So it all depends, and the price is going to change too. So this is cheaper, and with the barrel sometimes it's going to be more expensive. So that's one option. That's the second option. So the first one is this way, the homemade bracket. That's the cheapest one, and the second one is this one. And then the third one is basically buying the arm driven servos. So right here I have three, and you can just Google arm driven servos on Google, and it's going to show you different options, places where you can buy them, and you get three, and they're all metal, and you just basically replace the one that it got damaged in your RC excavator. So for this one, it will be this one. So the only thing is like to install these ones. In case you cannot get the original, then what you have to do is basically drill a hole. So after removing this part, you have to basically drill a hole right here. That way you can put the screw right here. So imagine this goes in. You have to drill, make a hole, the whole size of this hole right here. So the screw goes there, and then you can install it, and the screw in the middle, and then tighten it and secure it, and then connect it to the connection right there. So I haven't opened one of these ones, so I don't know if you have to cut it and then solder it to to where the original goes. I'm really not sure. So but the other thing is like if you decide to go this way, same thing. You'll have to basically open the RC excavator, open it apart, and there's more work involved. So that's the thing. And so that's the three options basically: the bracket, the original part, or basically buying this arm driven servos, which they look a little bit different. They're older model, and because this one there's more smooth, they have a better looking shape. This one just looks a little bit weird because it's completely square, but it'll work. It's all metal, and I mean, if there's no other options, this one could be the only way to fix it in case there's no other option. So so that's the three different options that I know so far to fix this RC Huina excavators when this part breaks or stops working. So all right, so I hope you like this video and you found this video helpful, and it helps you in some way to get your RC working back to normal as possible, right? So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.